Next up, we have Wonder of Thought by F-777 or F-77. My understanding is that this is featured in Geometry Dash. Once again, everybody, this is a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician and composer, and my objective here is to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what is happening here, musically. So, if you like the sound of that, make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member, all that good stuff. Once again, if we somehow hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube before Christmas 2025, which is an actual possibility, it blows my mind that it actually is, I will take a single fan fiction of the choice of the community, whatever y'all want, and I will fully produce, record, and voice act an audiobook for it. This has to be achieved through legitimate means, though, so no account duping, no botting, nothing like that. Share the videos, bring people to the community, get me collaborations with the artists, something like that, but through legitimate and honest communication and means. We also have the hype function on YouTube. I don't know how it works, but we have people on the Discord who do, so join the Discord and check it out. And members, if you are a member on YouTube, you get early access. I schedule the videos for the week on Tuesdays, and if you are a paid member on YouTube, regardless of your tier, you get access to the videos on Saturday when I schedule them. So become a member today. Two disclaimers. Number one, this is my first time listening to this, so I will be pausing a lot and I will be speaking a lot, as I will be pointing things out and explaining things as I hear them or as I realize them. And number two, this is recorded live on stream on a single take. I already stumbled upon my words. It will happen again. So, whatever happens, happens. With that being said, let's do this. Wonder of Thought. Let's go. Still water. I prefer still water. All right, so we start with let's let this go a little. So we start with one synth giving us this really nice retro sound, like earlier electronic music, and let's just see. Doesn't that have and we have a vocal sound, you think? Oh. So we get our an early chord progression, which is then quickly followed by a hit of the drums, and yeah, we bring in our first melody. Let me hear a bit more. Okay, so yeah, we now have a couple of layers. We have the lower chords, which is a mix of a synth, I believe, and vocals, so like a choral, like a chorus going at it, plus the higher synth sounds a little bit more like a plucked string, giving us our initial motif. Motif being the smallest version of your musical idea, the seed, the essence from which everything else comes from. So, very nice. Let's see where this goes. Oh. Let me see. I see, Nico, I see. Ooh. Okay, so now we have we've had the motif looping now, when what we call an ostinato. So ostinato is when you repeat something over and over and over again. We have these moments of rhythm giving us a little bit of pace, and now we bring in the actual drum beat. We are still keeping the ostinato with the motif. Let's see where it goes. Or not the beat. We have the... Okay, so we change from the higher end to the lower end to a more bassy version of the motif. We just brought in a drum. Let's see. There we go. There's our drum beat. Oh, hell yeah! So yes, we now bring this variation of the motif, and we are now just letting us soak in the full phrase of it. So when you have a motif, you will have to develop said motif because the motif is your seed. Once you start cultivating that seed, you will then turn the motif into a phrase, which will then turn into your melody. And right now, we are waiting for the entirety of the phrase or phrases that we are using to play out that melody. And this is a very common thing to do in music. You just keep going until you finish the melody, and then in the next repetition of the melody, you change things up, which is pretty much what is happening over here. So let's see where this goes. And yes, Nico, I got your messages. So yeah, we're just enjoying the drum beat. Variation of the motif. So yes, at the last repetition there, we had a variation of the motif to make sure that we got a little bit more cadence. Because the thing is, every time you repeat the melody, you're expecting the repetition to happen. So if you want to change things around, which is what just happened here, you change the melody a little bit so that you give the indication of we're about to switch things up. So pretty good. Pretty much to be expected. Very nice, and yeah, let's see where it goes. We remove some of the synth from the background. Okay, so we take this quick transitional moment to take away most of the motif. Now we're just doing like a split chopped version of the I think it wasn't the 777, it was F-67. What if instead of F-777 it was the F-22 Raptor? Huh? The best intercept, the scariest thing with wings to ever happen. So So yes, right now we are basically switching things around. We're doing a variation of the motif, which is basically just the first note, basically just having the bass line chopped up with the variations of the drums that we already heard before for the build-up. Let's see where this goes. And off the ramp we go. Off the ramp being a colloquial term that I use. Colloquial, by that I mean there is no academic official term for this, or at least I'm not using it for the sake of simplicity. And off the ramp is basically a transition. It can be as short as a couple of beats. It can be as long as an entire section. And the purpose of this is to make your listeners feel suspended up in the air at the mercy of inertia, kind of like going off a ramp, waiting to see where you land. How do you do this? Remove the drums. Maybe the bass as well. And in this case, we've pretty much changed things back to the initial synths that have those string orchestra samples giving us the initial chords. So let's see where it goes. We're holding those. Hey, we got a French horn! We got a French horn giving us that melody. French horn being my favorite brass instrument. For those of you who don't know what it looks like, yeah. It is this very, very peculiar instrument. Unlike trumpets and trombones, for which the bells are pointing forward, the French horn, I mean, we call it the French horn, but in classical music, we just call it the horn in F. So, yeah. So yes, we have the French horn, and unlike the trumpets, which usually the bell is pointing forward or upwards and forward in the case of the tuba, the French horn, as you can see, or the horn in F, it is pointing downwards and backwards. And most importantly, the way you hold this instrument is by sticking your hand into the bell, because there's not much other ways of holding it, which mellows out the sound, gives the instrument the capacity of being quiet, which is something that trumpets and trombones simply do not have. And yeah, it just gives you a more royal sound, which is what we're getting right now. And I love that. I love like the French horn, the horns in F are made for those very leapy sounds, very the only good thing associated with the French is the horn. There's like one or two other things, but this is not a political channel. They have great shawarma. Let's continue. So yes, now we're having the melody being carried by the horn. With the string orchestra now. Which, by the way, a string orchestra is made out of 2 sections of violins. For a full-sized one, it's going to be 12 each. So that's 24 violins, 1 section of violas, which is going to be 10 violas, 1 section of cellos, which is going to be 8 cellos, and then 1 section of double basses or contrabasses or upright basses, it doesn't matter, which is going to be 6 of them. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people, but it gives you a very, very beautiful out of all of them. My 2 favorite ones are the violas and the cellos. They have such a good range, such a good sound. So yes, now we're having this, and we are doing this very beautiful thing that you can do in orchestral music, where the highest note is being carried by the melodic instrument, in this case the horn, and when the horn is doing some sort of movement, we have the lowest notes, in this case the double basses, doing this similar movements, giving you this sense of parallelism from the very, very edges of the range. It's beautiful. Let's see where it goes. Very glorious. Holding out those notes, and we bring back the variation of the motif with the piano now, with the higher strings carrying that same concept. So now, with the piano and the violins, we are doing what is called doublings. Doublings being when you have more than one instrument playing the same thing at the same time. Because in the case of a piano, you hit the key, the thing does the thing, and the piano does the thing, the hammers hit the strings, and you get the sound. However, with a violin, when you play the violin, you have you have a very, very different sound of that, which is the point of doublings. Let's see where it goes, because this is very beautiful. Oh, I love those 2 notes. Oh, we're bringing in the orchestral, and we follow the melody, like that melodic concept, the bomb bomb. Now we have it with the electronic elements. Man, this is beautiful. And Quora, thank you for hearing that. Have a good one. Alright, let's see where it goes. Chorus, sorry. Building up for another drop, I guess? Okay, so now we bring in the drums, and now we're doing a variation of the melodies we just heard, focusing on that lower, higher going melody, the bam, bam, while putting a little bit more rhythm in between. Bringing that beauty from the orchestral side of this piece and bringing it forth in this format. Really cool use of material. Let's see where it goes. Adding an arpeggio to it. All right, we're changing the drums very much so for the build-up. Okay. So it sounds to me like we're still doing build-up. Like, it sounds like we're still doing build-up, but we're just changing the drums over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And 5 ads? Man, Twitch is ridiculous. Twitch is ridiculous, dude. That's insane. That's insane. And that's, like, by default. Like, I can't, this is the minimum that I can put as far as I know, without risking pre-rolls, because otherwise I have to do pre-rolls, and it really sucks to see. Anyway, let's see where this goes. So yes, we're building up. It sounds like we're still building up. We're just changing the drums around, bringing back the ideas. And instead of your usual of dropping the beat, now we are making even more. We do a false dropping of the beat and we keep on building up. Man, this is a very long build-up section. This is a very, very long build-up section. It's a risky move. I like it. It's a risky move. Let's see where it goes. How long? For 3 more songs after this one. Oh, there we go! There we go! We got that dropping of the beat. We bring in this instrument that was doing arpeggios. Arpeggios is when you play a chord one note at a time, doing a variation of the motif, focusing on that bass drum. Man, this is awesome. So, Secunda, yes, we will open them soon. I will let you know when you can request. Let's see where this goes. I don't know, Zinjuma, I don't know. New variation of... Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so now we have... So yeah, we had a moment where we brought in the melodies, what it sounds like a reduced version of the motif. Reduction being when it's faster, right? And we now have the drums with the bass being in alternate beats instead of being together with each other. Because usually when you have a bass, you want one of two things. You want the bass to be so unbelievably locked with the drums, with the kick, with the bass drum, that it's like indistinguishable. If you want a really good example of how that sounds, listen to the bass solo in the track Goat by Polyphia. In general, this track is insane. Is just so unbelievably good. But the bass solo in this thing, every note that the bass hits during the bass solo in Polyphia, the bass drum hits as well. So that is one of the two types of bass that you want. The other one being where the bass is doing something so separate from the drums that it's its own thing. So, yeah. Let's see. Why is the proverb relating time and tide over tread and ebb? I don't. What are you asking me for? All right, let's see where this goes. Let's see. So we're building up for one more drop, I think. Off the ramp, doing a sped up version of the chords with these synths. These are such... Like, this sound, dude, this sound of these synths is just so emblematic of the early 2000s. It's so cool. I love them because it just reminds me of that, like, you know, the 90s and 2000s electronic music. Yeah. So, let's see where this goes. Correct, Royal, correct. What if you just had the bass drum do the melody? Then you would have the timpani. That's what the timpani is for. Because unfortunately, the drum kit does not have pitched drums. Unless you are like Mike Mangini. Unless you're somebody like Mike Mangini that is insane enough to have them pitched. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Yeah, sadly, the bass drum does not have pitch. It is what we would call non-functional, harmonically speaking. So, yeah. Let's see where this goes. Man, these, like, we're following the same rhythms as before. We're following some of those melodies that we had with the orchestral side, but now with the added extra little bits at the end. Oh, we bring in the drums, and oh my god! Are you familiar with microtones? What's your opinion on them? Microtonal music is extremely complicated. This is something that is mainly done in the East. And microtones are the tones that exist between what we call notes. And it's very complicated. It's really cool. And it is mainly for Eastern audiences. We call it world music for a reason. It's not that easy to digest, and it is not that easy to perform. So I am somebody who doesn't frequent microtonal music very much, mainly because of how in the West people who are into microtonal music usually listen to it because they want to feel smarter than everybody else, and they have no other way of displaying that. Then you have the people that actually enjoy it, the people that actually come from those backgrounds, or the people that are actually trying to appreciate those backgrounds. They're just going to be playing it. And that's going to be it. But yeah, that's one of the issues with microtonal music and, you know, orchestral music in general. A lot of people, like especially in the current climate that we have in the conservatories and whatnot, with all the atonal music, non-tonal music, microtonal music, all that kind of stuff, where it's just a giant circle jerk of people that are trying to pretend that they like each other's work so that they can feel smart to one another, so that they can get some sort of validation and hopefully a grant. So... yeah. Now you don't get it, my music taste is too advanced for you. The forklift, that kind of comment is precisely why I started the LFAs. That is one of the types of comments. I have a video somewhere in the channel about why I left the world of classical music, and I predicted, like, one of the comments is going to be, hey, you're just not smart enough, you're not intellectual enough to appreciate the works, and John Cage is just not the only example, and like almost word for word I got that comment. And yeah, I was like, you know what? You're just doing this because you are enjoying the fact that you're in an ivory tower because nobody else can access the idea of music. I'm gonna change that. So yes, congratulations everybody. Welcome to the revolution. All right, let's see where this goes. All right, welcome today. No worries. You're gonna be able to request soon. So yeah, now we have this, like, these are such simple musical ideas. We have these chords, very, very simple rhythms. It just sounds cool. It's just fun. This music is fun. So let's see. Their channel's a blessing. Oh yes, I am the most blessed and luckiest man alive. 100%. So yeah, no, like it started, like this series started out of spite, and now it's like my favorite thing to do. So there you go. Let's see where this goes. Are you good? Oh, yeah. So, yes, we're repeating those melodies now with the drum beat. Simple drum beat, but we're now using the higher end of the samples. We're using very high pitches. We're using high melodies, which is just going to make this feel climactic. Very, very cool. Let's see where it goes. Back to the arpeggios, with now a flying melody in the end. Flying melody being another colloquial term that I use. Flying melody is what I call when you have a busy drums, busy bass, busy middle ground, and high above you have a melody slower than everything else, simpler than everything else, just flying above the rest. There are two songs that I really love that have this as well, that exemplify it a little bit more. Roxanne from Moulin Rouge. I don't know how to write down Rouge, but Moulin Rouge, the film has Ewan McGregor singing on it. So during the climax of it, why must my heart sing, that kind of thing, and yeah. It's a flying melody. And Vexplace, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Welcome to the mosh pit. And then the other one, it's Rogue. Yeah, it's French, dude. So Moulin Rouge, Rouge. Thank you for the correction. I'm definitely gonna forget this. So Roxanne from Moulin Rouge. And then the other one being, I think it's Good to Be King, I think it is, from Journey to Bethlehem. It's the part that Antonio Banderas sings during the chorus. Mine is the kingdom, along with everything else. Two very good examples of flying melodies. There's a bunch more out there. Those are just two of my favorites that exemplify this. And right now, this one. What's the mirror counter today? 2 out of 2. Let's see where this goes. So yeah, you can hear the melody slower, acting kind of like a ceiling. And there you go, a couple more repetitions. And we ended with the downbeat, like we hit it one more, we let it echo out, and there you go. We finish with a fun moment. And there you go. That was Wonder of Thought by F-777. Once again, everybody, this has been a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician, composer, and my objective here has been to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what's happened here, musically. So, if you're watching this on the YouTube video archive thing, thank you for watching. Make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member, all that good stuff. Once again, if we somehow hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube before Christmas 2025, I will take a single fan fiction of the choice of the community and I will fully produce, record, and voice act an audiobook for it, whatever you want, one fan fiction. This has to be achieved through legitimate means though, so no account duping, no botting, no buying followers, nothing like that. Go share the videos, bring people to the community. I don't know, like share this with the artists that you like so that they come hang out on the streams or something. I don't know, but through legitimate and honest means only. And use the hype function on YouTube. I don't know how it works, but we have people on the Discord who do, so Discord link down below. So, yes, there's that. And members, if you are a member on YouTube, you get early access to the content. I schedule the videos for the week on Saturdays. And if you're a paid member on YouTube, regardless of your tier, you get access to the LFAs for the week. So become a member today. If you want to listen to this without me interrupting every 3 seconds, I will be linking it in the description down below. If you want to request a song and you're not on the live stream, if you're on the live stream, you can go ahead and start requesting. And if you're not on the live stream, go to the Discord server, link down below. Go to the LFA requests channel. Follow the instructions on the pinned message. And if you want to catch the streams when they go live, we aim for Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Central European Time. If you're not in Europe, no worries. We have the full up-to-date streaming schedule showing in your local time zone in both Discord and Twitch. So if you live in I don't know, Melbourne, and you're like, oh, but what time is 6 p.m. in Hungary? I don't live there. Just no worries. Go to the Discord server or to the Twitch channel. They both have it showing in your local time zone. And follow the gaming channel. We have a gaming channel because, of course, we have a gaming channel. Games are Basterd. That's where we put the recordings of the gaming after shows when they happen. Link down below, or just search for it on YouTube. Same username as James R. Basterd. Just swap the J for a G, and you got it. And yeah, there you go. Wonder of Thought, F-777 featured in Geometry Dash is my understanding. Pretty cool stuff, but yeah, let's move on.